Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Against the Call. It is episode 52, and it is our first, or actually our second week doing it one episode a week, but we have a lot to talk about. To start us off, we'll have the pregame, obviously, and then we'll have an NBA Finals update. Then we'll have where do the Celtics go from here. After that, we'll have a Stanley Cup Finals update as well. Then we'll talk a little bit about NCAA Super Conference talk. Then we'll have around the league, NFL, a lot of stuff going on right now. Then the Madden cover, as well as PGA and the Live merger. After that, we'll have around the league, MLB, and Messi going into the MLS. Then after that, we'll have draft day, all things John, and end it off with the post game. So getting right into the pregame, Nick, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Doing great.
That's great.
Yeah. If you guys are on the YouTube, you're able to see I have this awesome jersey on. It's not for sale. We got it hooked up with one of our boys. Appreciate you, bro. So, yeah, it looks nice. But anyways, if you are looking for Against the Call merch, please, you've already heard my voice at the beginning. If you're on the Spotify, say this. If you're a super fan, hit us up.
Hey, Against the Call. If you're a super fan, you can find we now have merch.
Yeah, exactly. So hit us up. And yeah, sadly, we're doing one a week, but it's not a bad thing.
It's for the best.
Yeah, it's for, there's not a lot of things are dying down, and as we get into the summer, it's mainly going to be all baseball. So
mostly baseball, yeah.
That's on TV.
We'll have countdowns here and there.
Yeah.
But that's just to give us something to talk about for those sports. And then obviously there will be like little news things that go around in that sports, and of course we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So don't expect 2 episodes a week until probably like August. I'd say August.
Yeah. Well, let's just get right into our first segment we have, which is the NBA Finals. Actually, before we talk about that, we saw this today, and it's NBA news. Zion Williamson right now, his like girlfriend or something, like pissed off going on a Twitter rant.
No, so he got now they're not married. He got a girl pregnant, and the girl that's going on a Twitter rant is a girl that he just got hooked up with like a while back.
Oh, then why? It's not even a girlfriend?
No.
Why the fuck is she going so crazy?
Because she said, man, you just spit in my mouth and we fucked the other day and all this stuff. Like, bro, she was given all the details. And Zion, man, he's a dog. Let Zion do Zion things, man. Like, he's an NBA superstar. Who are you? She had a little blue check mark by her name. But
it was paid Twitter.
It's Twitter blue, dude. It's Twitter blue.
But I wonder how Zion's going to react to that. I just wanted to bring that up because I just remember Jay from Jay's Fit Down sent it in the chat. I was reading that. It made my day. It was so funny.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so that's another thing that's going on. There's a few other NBA things going on, but that's definitely the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, too, is Chris Paul has talked about his daughter getting bullied at school for him not winning a ring.
You know he was just waived by the Suns today?
Yeah.
Yeah, as well.
So
he's getting bullied.
He said, my daughter's at the age now where she's going to school and the kids are saying crazy things is what he said. He said, quote unquote, your daddy ain't ever going to win a ring.
I mean, it's not looking so good for him. So
these kids are brutal. I can't imagine being there in that situation she's in.
I'm kind of surprised. Is she in a public school? Like, you're NBA super. Or
it's probably private school, but yet the kids still like, yo, when's
your daddy trash?
So, yeah.
But like, there's easy ways you can come back from that. Daughter, is your dad in the NBA? Is your dad gonna make the Hall of Fame? No. So, I mean, can't really get bullied. It kind of comes with the name in their defense.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. But let's just get right into the finals. It's 1-1 at the moment. The Nuggets up 1 game 1. Heat 1 game 2. Who are you rooting for, Nick?
Who am I rooting for?
Yeah,
I'm rooting for the Heat.
Oh, you're rooting for the Heat?
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, because we haven't even really got to talk about this. I'm rooting for the Heat, but I think Nuggets in 6. And I have a little saved chat with one of my friends, Aiden, and I predicted like every 6 games, and so far I'm 2 for 2. So we'll see.
Really? Wow.
I forgot who I have winning tonight as we film this. Game 3 is going to happen. I'll have to double check, but I think I have Heat winning tonight.
Yeah. Well, I don't really care who wins because I don't hate either team, but I'm rooting personally for the Nuggets just because Jokic is one of my favorite players and I want to see him win a ring. So that's the main reason I'm rooting for the Nuggets. But I do like Jimmy Butler. I want to see him. It's a win-win situation here. Like one of the players that everyone likes is going to win a ring.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, I'm looking at this finals and I'm like, this finals itself is historic either way. Nuggets make their first ever finals appearance. Heat as an 8th seed, a play-in 8th seed team. We've never seen this before. Make the finals. Either way, it's historic. Either way, I don't care which team wins. Jokic deserves a ring. I think Jimmy Butler deserves a little bit more, especially the circumstances of this season.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, Jokic is very young and Jimmy Butler, he's proving a lot this season. The fact that they were able to steal another game in Denver and lock down Jokic and stop everything that's happening just goes to show you why Spoelstra is top 3, if not maybe arguably the best coach in the league right now other than Popovich.
Yeah. But Jokic, will he become a top 5 center of all time if he wins this ring?
I'm going to say top 7. For the sole fact, you got Shaq. I'd put Hakeem over him. I'd put Bill Russell, Kareem. I'd put who am I missing here?
Wilt Chamberlain.
I'd put arguably David Robinson. He does have more rings.
Did you already say Wilt Chamberlain?
Oh yeah, Wilt Chamberlain. That's 5. Arguably David Robinson, but we can leave him off the list. Who's another center? Let me look up the best centers. I'm going.
I would personally put him at 6 behind the 5 you said. It's other than Dave Robinson. If he wins this ring. To the sole fact, he got the ring. He has back-to-back MVPs. I think that's more than a lot of and especially in today's game, it's not easy to do that.
Yeah. Maybe Patrick Ewing. I don't really know. That's arguably DK Mutombo. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you for the sole fact that you put it there 6. I would say top 6, top 7, and that's only because of the MVPs. Now, without that ring this season, I think he's still
top 10.
I think he's top 10. Yeah, obviously. And I mean, argue with us in the comments, but if you argue with us, you're a casual. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're going to be casuals if we're saying this. Casual fans, because we get called that a lot now. We're just like, if we're in a new clip, these are casual fans, and like we're talking about MMA. It's a casual podcast it's a sports podcast talking about MMA. We're like a American sport. It's a sports podcast. We talk about everything. And last time I checked, UFC is a sport, but that's a conversation for another day.
Football. But yeah, and I mean, you're calling me a casual. I looked up basketball centers. I looked up best NBA centers, and literally they have Jonas Valanciunas on just the Google search. So don't come at me, man. I'm just going by
Google's a casual.
It really is. So is Chat GPT. I wish I pulled that up. I wish I had that ready for the show. But yeah, Chat GPT came out with their top 70 NBA player list, and boy, was it bad. They didn't even have Kobe top 10.
Wow.
They had some white dude on the 76ers.
Let me guess, they had LeBron they at least had LeBron or MJ at 1, right?
LeBron was 1, MJ 2.
Casual. But game 3 is tonight. It's in Miami. I think if the Nuggets win one game here, they do need to win one game.
My prediction that I was talking about earlier with Aiden, I had Nuggets winning game 1, Miami winning game 2. I had them stealing the game, and I wish betting was legal in Florida, guys. I really would. Now tonight I have Heat winning. We'll see if that happens, and then after that I have Nuggets winning the next 3 games.
It's impressive they won a game in Denver because it's not easy to do that with that altitude and the heat. When was the last time they won a game in Denver before? It was since 2018 or something. It was for a while. Like they didn't win a game in Denver. Like they've beaten the Nuggets, but in Miami. But in Denver, there's a stat saying they haven't won in a long time. But
and you're talking about the altitude. You know what I hate? I hate seeing that stupid picture of Charles Barkley and one of the other dudes. I think it may have been Kenny, wearing the oxygen mask. That was as a joke, and then all the captions are going, "Yo, the altitude's crazy there, dude. They have to wear oxygen." Dude, that was a joke that they were making before. It's on every single page I see.
But we're casuals.
You're a casual, dude. Stop.
But we'll see what happens tonight. I honestly as well think the Heat are going to win tonight's game, but we'll see.
All I'm saying is there a football segment because we're too casuals with freaking NBA.
There's a football segment. It's coming up. Don't worry.
But yeah, anything else about the NBA Finals?
Nah.
I mean, yeah, not really. Other than like, it's just a good finals. Like I don't really, I enjoy it. I wasn't like these past 2 games. I feel like at points it's been blowouts. Like during the game, like they either team's getting a high lead, and it's kind of like you kind of play on your phone a little bit, and then they start catching up. So
Yeah.
Tonight I'm definitely gonna focus more on the game and definitely be able to talk about it next week.
Yeah. So we're gonna head into our next segment, which is aimed towards me, because it is where do the Celtics go from here? Which I honestly, it's a pretty simple answer. They basically have the same team. They lose Blake Griffin and Grant Williams.
So I mean, we put this on here because the 76ers are going to go through a major rebuild. They came up short again. Celtics came up short again. So anytime this happens in the playoffs after multiple years, the talk is where do they go from here trade-wise? Who are they going to collect during trades? And the front center of everything right now is Jaylen Brown. Like, you can't tell me that's not a fact.
No, the team, I know they're not trading him. I know for a fact they're not going to trade him.
So would you rather trade Jaylen Brown, or would you rather have, over $400 million both to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown?
I want to keep both of them. Look at it this way. So you're talking, they've lost in the playoffs for a while now. Yes, like ever since Jason Tatum has come into the league. But you got to think of it this way: the superstars, like all the big names, none of them has won a championship until like 27, 28. That was Michael Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, all them. And these guys, they're 25 and 26 right now.
Well, Jaylen Brown promised 5 rings by the time he was 28.
Okay, of course they're going to say that.
I hate 2 more in 5
I hate
years.
when people bring that up. It's just talk. He's a rookie that was just coming to the league, and he has high hopes. Obviously, everyone's going to like say stuff like that, but he's still great. He's a really good young player.
He is, but you can't lie. That Heat series, especially the last game, bro, what was he doing dribbling wise?
I have no idea.
Let's talk about a turnover machine that game.
Yeah, that was a disappointing game. I don't know what happened, but I do believe the Celtics will extend Brown. Everyone on that team, from coaches to players, are.
So what do you think needs to happen to make them better?
Well, I think they'll be better next year because Joe Mazzulla will actually have a coaching staff of his choice. They didn't have a coaching staff from him because his coaching staff left. Like I forgot who. There was a couple that got offers from like colleges, and they went there. So towards the end of the season, they didn't have a solid coaching staff around him. Yet they still made it to a Game 7 with almost made the greatest comeback in playoff history with just Joe Mazzulla. Almost. Yes, I said it.
So Joe Mazzulla, who everybody is where does the blame lie? Because you're talking about Joe Mazzulla having his whole coaching staff there, but you also said you don't want to blame Joe Mazzulla on the losses.
No, I'm not blaming Joe Mazzulla.
So what's the issue?
I'm blaming the deficient coaching staff that he didn't really have. Like it was Ime
Udoka's staff that was still there.
Yeah, but he also
they just left after they lost.
No, they had coaches that left mid-season and like depleted it.
Well, yeah, but you can still hire new coach. They hire new coaches.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It's not like there was like a missing spot on the team.
It kind of was though. I mean,
Joe Mazzulla was a first-year coach, anyways.
He came in. He was a part of Ime Udoka's staff, so he was already he was kind of cool. Like already liked the staff already because he was built the team around them, and then some of them left. And then
you can't blame it on Joe Mazzulla.
I'm not
no. You can't blame it on Joe Mazzulla or his coaching staff or the deficient coaching staff whenever they were second seed with all that happened.
Hold on. So look, that's not what I'm not blaming it on Joe Mazzulla. I think I want him to stay
on a coaching staff.
I'm blaming it on the deficient coaching staff that weren't there all year.
Who are some of these coaches coaches that are making it a bad thing for the Celtics?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
But I asked you the question: how do they fix the issues? And you said
they're gonna hire actual good coaching staff. Like they've already started. They already hired.
These guys are professional NBA players. If they need one coach, they can survive on one coach.
It doesn't happen like that. Do you not understand? Like the coaches need to fit with the team. If it doesn't fit, that's why coaches get fired all the time. Like, what do you mean it's not the team needs good coaching?
You're telling me that a team who's made the Eastern Conference Finals in 2020, made the finals just last year and lost it, and now a team that almost made the greatest comeback of all time, but yet still lost to an 8th seed, that there's no issues other than a depleted coaching staff. I think you need to be making some moves personally with players.
I don't. I think our team is perfect where it is. We got everything we need.
I still have that clip of you saying we have Malcolm Brogdon and they have Kyle Lowry. That was a cold take. I'm not going to lie.
Malcolm Brogdon's better than Kyle Lowry.
Obviously not.
6th man of the year. Where's Kyle Lowry?
He was injured for half the season.
He's older and he's mid. He's mid now.
I don't know about that.
I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not the best. He's not.
He had to play a 6-man role, and I mean, he didn't play a 6-man role the entire playoffs. They started him some games.
Yeah, I mean,
he's still like decent. I mean, I don't know how you could say Malcolm Brogdon was the deciding factor.
I think it was a big piece. He was a huge piece.
I still think that.
You're saying Malcolm Brogdon wasn't like without him?
No, I'm saying that you said Malcolm Brogdon was a big part of why the Celtics would beat the Heat again, and then they didn't. And you also compared how you said, oh, we added Malcolm Brogdon, they added Kyle Lowry, and you acted like it was a bad thing.
No, that wasn't a bad thing at all. I never said that.
No. There's a clip. I sent you the clip, and I said, you won't. I looked at the camera, and I said, you won't be happy when the Heat beat the Celtics. That's what I said. And then you said, okay, listen, we added Malcolm Brogdon, they added Kyle Lowry. That's how you said it.
Well, yeah, of course I'm going to say stuff like that when my team. I'm going to stand up for my team, obviously, but Malcolm Brogdon is better than Kyle Lowry. I'm taking Malcolm Brogdon over him any day now.
I think that you need another center. I think the center has been the issue. You can like Robert Williams, but he's averaging 12 points, like 12.5 points a game.
He's a defensive machine too, though. He is. You tell me I'm wrong.
There are better defenders out there, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that you need to figure out something. As much as I love Grant Williams, I don't think that he should be a starter.
Well, he wasn't.
Some games he was.
Some games he was, yes, but
wasn't
most
he
of the time,
a starter in some of the playoff games too against the Heat?
With
like a few games. So as much as I love Grant Williams, he's one of my favorite players in the league. Coming from a Tennessee fan, I don't think he's a starter.
I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a bench player.
And also, I don't know. So, I don't know. You say the coaching is an issue. I don't know about that.
It's not full. Well, we lost 3 of our assistant. It was 3 assistant coaches throughout the year, and that's 3 assistant. They're big roles.
They probably hired new people.
Yes, but they have to hire them like that, dude. You don't understand.
There's
it takes time.
There's a whole coaching pool of people that are eager to be assistant coaches in the NBA.
I'm just saying. I'm not blaming anything. I think the team was great where it was first, and Grant Williams only started 23 games this season. That was 4 injuries because Boston always deals with injuries, and that's a fact. But
now I will say I think Derek White was a great pickup. Yeah. I will say that. But I mean, I don't know where the Celtics go from here. I think that they have, I don't know, a tendency to just choke. I don't really understand it.
I think we'll be fine next year. Next year is the actual year to worry about. I don't think this year was a year to worry about. I'm still super confident in this team. Like I said, it's basically the same team.
Do you think that you and other Celtics fans would have worried a little bit more if that didn't go to Game 7? Do you think you and Celtics fans would have worried a little bit more if it didn't go to Game 7?
I mean, I would personally feel the same.
Really?
If we lost in Game 5,
if you got swept by an 8th seed, you wouldn't think there was any issues with
no,
the team.
if we got swept, I would have.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant in Game 6 because if I went to Game 6, then we lost in Game 6. Then I'd probably feel the same. But if we lost in 4 or 5, then maybe yeah. But Game 6 or 7, no, I feel the same. And that's not what happened. We went to Game 7. It's not really a what if situation now because that's not what happened.
Well, what if Jimmy Butler did that on purpose?
Okay.
And he wanted y'all to think, like, give y'all that hope and then blow y'all out at home. Do you think that is like a real thing?
That's not what. You just didn't let that happen. Like, Jimmy Butler is a god of basketball.
He's Michael Jordan's son.
Okay, whatever. Well, we're done. Let's just move on to the next segment then.
So where do the Celtics go from here? You answered. You didn't even answer.
No,
yet.
I think it's going to be the exact same team next year with an actual good coaching staff throughout the whole year.
So what seed do you see the Celtics being next year?
1 or 2, and that I'm sticking with that 1 or 2 next season.
Where do you see them going next season? Finals? You're gonna say finals?
Yeah, I'm going to say finals. It's a finals worthy team. Like, come on, it is. This team you're telling me this team cannot make the finals. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that they can't. I'm saying that they won't.
But okay, whatever. I'm saying that they can. That is what I'm saying.
You said that this year,
and they could have. They almost did. I get that. I know they didn't, but they were obviously a good enough team to make it. They had the team that could have made it. What do you not understand? You look at me like I'm stupid here.
Because I said, okay, you can't say that. I literally just said you can't. That you said at the beginning that they'd make the finals, and they didn't, and you're still defending it like they did.
No, I'm not. The fuck? No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're like, they could have. They could have. They didn't.
I'm saying they have a great possibility of making it next year. Like, it's up there. Like, a lot. Like, the betting odds will probably have them as a finals favorite. Am I wrong?
They do that. They've done that the past like 3 years.
And they made it last year.
Didn't win.
They still made it. That's not the topic.
4-2.
That's still not the topic. They made it, didn't they? Am I wrong?
Finals favorites to win? And that doesn't matter if they
to go to the
it.
finals is what I said.
Yeah, you said finals favorites, like as in winning it.
No, as in going to the finals.
Oh well, that's a different story. But
exactly.
I don't know. It's like you trapped me. No, you didn't. I was just like,
no, I'm saying like it. It's gonna. A lot of people think they will. A lot of people think they can.
I don't think they will next season.
We'll see.
I didn't have them going this season, and I was right about that. None of us saw the Heat going, but
you also saw the Grizzlies making it past round 1.
But what did I say? Okay, round 1, yeah, and I did say Grizzlies are the finals. But after that, I was like, I told the camera, I said that's not going to happen. I only went that route because you said Celtics would go, and I was like, okay, I'll support my team and say Grizzlies are the finals. That team could have went to the finals. If you want to talk about that, they could have.
Okay, the
Celtics could have went to the finals this year.
You're getting this so mixed up, so wrong. Like
I'm not. I'm
the Celtics are.
Said.
Oh my god! You take things so wrong. It's actually insane. You mix things up so like bad. I feel like I'm talking to John at times.
Whoa. Okay. You went there. You went there. You really went there. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to John when you're talking about the Celtics. I feel like I'm talking to John about the Gators. That's how I feel.
Damn, you're just using what I just said and taking it. That's a good comeback. Good job.
I'm not. Wow, guys. I guess you're supposed to come at your friend, man. That's crazy.
John's my friend.
What? What does that have to do with what?
I'm just John's my friend. I'm just saying.
You're just making a general statement.
You said you're coming at my friend. But I'm using another friend as a reference, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, and I'm using that same reference to connect with you and relate on what we're talking about. That wasn't a comeback or anything.
It sounded like one.
Right.
It did.
Dude.
Let's just move on to the next segment.
Yeah, man. I can't with you and your Boston teams, bro. I just can't because it's just delusion at times.
Okay, whatever. We'll go on to the next one, which is Stanley Cup Finals update. The Golden Knights are up 3-0 now over the Panthers. Kind of surprising for a lot of people right now. They thought the Panthers would be better.
I don't feel like it was surprising to us. And I'm not just saying that because, like, oh, we predicted or anything. I mean, we didn't really get to talk about it. But, I mean, me and you basically said Golden Knights were going to win.
Yeah, I think the Golden Knights
also,
will win.
Like, I don't know why people would be surprised. Like, it's up 2-0. And both of those were in Vegas. So, I mean, and the last one was kind of a blowout. I think they won by 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, it was like they're up 4-0 like at the beginning of the game or something.
I don't know, man. I'm all for it, though. I'm all Golden Knights, man.
Yeah, I am too.
And, like,
I think they're going to sweep.
Really?
I think they're going to sweep.
Why do you think that?
Just because. I have no reason. I just think they're going to sweep.
I think that would be funny, and I'm all for it. I'm all for Panthers fans failing. Fans. Dude, there's not any fans out there.
When that All-Star, like, this year, it was in Miami, I'm pretty sure. There was like no one there.
Oh, I remember that, dude. That was sad. They were practically giving away tickets.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the Panthers win because I really don't care. But
the only reason I would want, like, I would any somewhat root for the Florida Panthers is just to piss off the NHL with another Florida team winning. Like, that's the only reason I would. But even then, Las Vegas, I mean, that's like,
that's no better. Like,
yeah, that's no better at all. In fact, it's more humid.
It's literally
in Vegas.
hot. The hottest points are literally like Florida and Nevada.
Yeah, I think Nevada beats us. Like,
it's like it's like a different type of hot too. Like Florida's like hot, humid.
Yeah, humid. Theirs is desert.
They're just hot. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's hard to explain the difference. But like this one, like it's like watery, humidish hotness.
Yeah, it's thick in the
Yeah.
air. Like, yeah.
Well, just Nevada is just desert, like you said. It's literally just desert.
Yeah. So
The
I mean,
a desert team winning a Stanley Cup in ice hockey. That's so funny. But yeah, I got the Golden Knights gonna sweep. What about you?
I got them sweeping as well. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing much else left to say. We don't really know a lot of hockey. I can't even name you another player on the Golden Knights. I just think they're gonna win because I mean
They have cool uniforms.
yeah,
And a cool name.
Golden, gold and black and Knights. Come on, guys. Like,
I mean, no bias or anything, but that's a freaking cool uniform and name right there. Las Vegas Golden Knights. That's a cool ass name.
I think so too.
Like when it comes to cool names, like there's the new ones, the Seattle Kraken, Golden Knights. Like they're up there, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
rooting for them.
Yeah, like the best of the best. Tampa Bay Lightning.
Boston Bruins.
Yeah, under them. Yeah. And then
No, there's no specific order here.
no, there's one Tampa Bay
Boston
Lightning.
Bruins, all right. Boston Bruins at 1, and then Tampa Bay Lightning.
Dude, this isn't a countdown, bro.
We're not. We're starting at 1. It's the count up.
This is what John would do.
But anyways, we won't bother you with any more hockey because we don't know much about it. But we got Golden Knights in a sweep. But we'll talk about the NCAA Super Conference talk. We talked a little bit about it if you watch Jay's Fifth Downs podcast that posted when this is posted 2 days ago. But
Yeah.
you take it over on this one.
Well, the thing is I mean, we added this before Jay even brought it up to us, so don't act like we just got it from Jay's show or anything. Shout out Jay. Go over to Jay's Fifth Down podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Go check us out over there. We were a guest on there again. He's been a guest on here, a few times, so we love Jay a lot. But yeah. But yeah, I was kind of curious to see, like, from a standpoint of your stance on it, because I know that you just now are kind of getting into college football, and I really want to see where your head's at with it as like a newcomer to the sport.
I personally don't like super conferences. It's also like, I mean, yes, I'm a new fan, but like, what's going to happen to the Power 5 conferences now? Like, it's not going to be a Power 5. They're going to have to rename it to, like, I don't know, Power 3. If it would be like SEC, obviously, probably AAC, right? That's the conference. ACC, and then what would be the other one? Big 12, Big 10. Like,
I wouldn't have ACC.
no, you wouldn't.
I would have Big 12, Big 10, SEC.
Yeah, but like, what? There's a reason there's the Power 5, and I don't like how they're bringing, like you said in the other podcast, a team that's in the West into the Southeast division, like conference. Like, you might as well just rename the conference because it's not Southeast Conference anymore. It's the North or Southwest East Conference.
Yeah, and I mean, that's going to be an issue if the super conferences are made. I mean, I'm seeing all these so delusional and dumb USF fans out there. They think they're going to a big conference. They think they're getting uprated or something. I don't know. It blows my mind.
They won one game.
They won one. Like, it's not even like, that's the thing too. You can't look at it like that. It's like you have to look at all the athletics to see where they're going. And don't get me wrong, USF was supposed to go into the Big 12 before the UCF. And then that talk died out because they sucked. They've sucked at every sport.
Per usual.
Yeah, and UCF is just better at every sport. We've won the War on I-4 the past 8 years since it's become a thing with the trophy. We've won it every year. And USF fans, the fake point system. Okay, well, we beat you that many times in every single sport we played against you. I don't want to get into it. If you're a USF fan, I'm sorry, but I just know that your dad's probably watching this. I'm sorry, Mr. Andy. But anyways, with USF, I mean, they had this picture. And I mean, their heads all over the place. Oh, we're going to Pac-12. Oh, we're going to Big Ten. Okay, I don't know where you guys are getting this information from. I know it's not from the NCAA, but it's from some delusional USF fan out there on Twitter who thinks that he's God or something like that. You're not going to either. And even if you did, I saw this graph, of the United States of America, and it's for them to join the Pac-12. I don't know if you know this, but the Pac-12 stands for Pacific. And they had them, Tulane, and like UTSA going. I'm like, dude, this is not going to happen. And again, I saw another super conference thing for them saying the new Pac-12 in the future is going to be, it's going to have Duke in it and like Clemson and all these ACC teams. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of talks right now about the ACC collapsing. Mm-hmm. They're getting less funding than the Big 12. And schools like Florida State, their president of their school or their athletic director, one of the two, they've been crying. Like they're basically crying about UCF getting more funding than them. And I think it's so funny. But yeah, it really is. And I mean, I think it's stupid. I think that super conferences are just going to ruin the game because like you said, there won't be any like power schools. Like there wouldn't be anything to achieve. Like when you go to a Power 5 school, it's one of the biggest achievements in college sports. Mm-hmm. Without that, I mean, you're just going to be a trash team in a conference. I mean, there's not going to be anything where it's like, oh, we're going up against a Big 12 team. It's so big. It'll be like, oh, we're going up against a team in the Big 12. I mean, there's not going to be anything that lingers behind it. And with super conferences, I mean, we're talking about just teams that like don't even deserve to be there. I mean, we're talking about like Duke being in the same conference as, like Tulane. I don't know where they're getting these ideas from, but where would the big? I mean, at that point, why have conferences? At that point, why even have them? Because you'd have 5 main conferences that all these teams are a part of. What would be the point? Just have it all be under NCAA at that point.
Yeah, might as well. One of the other things is they're expanding the playoffs already. So why do you need to go to a power why do you have to make a super conference? Like I would get it more if there was still only 4-team playoffs, so the big teams can play each other and no effect. But the playoffs are expanding now, so in my eyes, as a newcomer, there is no reason just to go to a bigger conference when you're already in a power conference.
Which I agree with you, and the main reason is money. That's the main reason Oklahoma and Texas went to the SEC. Money. That's the main reason that any of these schools want to transfer is because the funding that they get for not only their college and their athletic, but also for academics, campus, like it goes towards all of that. So that's the main reason. And the Pac-12 and the ACC, they're losing like money. They're losing even TV deals for their things that go on TV. So it's just a mess. And like, I really hope it doesn't come to that point. And like I said, if there are super conferences, just don't have conferences at all. Because conference play is supposed to like make things competitive. So you're telling me you're going to have this conference with over 20 teams in it, and that's going to be competitive? No, it's not at all. And I mean, these little conferences, like we have the AAC, those teams that are there, I don't want to see them in the same conference as Michigan and Ohio State. Do you want to see USF play Ohio State in football, Michael?
Well, we're going to see USF play Alabama.
Oh, my God. And that's going to be a blowout. Like, it's not even going to be close. We need a whole segment on USF so I can rant about them because their head is just in the toilet. Like, I don't know where they're at, but they think there was this thing that happened. It was where their school was recognized. I think it's called AAU. It's like All-American University. I don't know exactly what it stands for. It's probably not that. But it's supposed to be like these top schools in America that are the most academically inclined. And USF got that award to them, like the school. Props to them. I mean, they deserve it. Their academics is really great. Nobody's saying that they aren't. They're a top 100 school in America academic-wise. That doesn't get you into a big conference. And they think that is the thing that's going to get them into a big conference. I'm not even joking with you. That news came out and they were like, finally, we're going to a big conference. Schools, 2 other schools on that list, UC Riverside and George Washington University. Do you think those teams are going to Power 5?
What about like Harvard and Yale? And they're like super big academic schools.
Well, they're Ivy League.
Yeah.
So they already have their own thing. And I mean, it's so funny to me. I guess we're going to. They're like, hey, Big Ten, give us the call, man.
Nah, we're good.
Nobody wants to see y'all. You're fine where you're at. American Athletic Conference, you were fine playing Temple.
And
you
FAU.
can go play Temple, FAU, go play North Texas. That's your level playing field. In fact, you might even thrive a little bit in some sports with that playing field. You don't need to go anywhere. You need to improve your football to even get to. You need to improve everything.
You know what I have to say about that?
What?
You're just casual.
I'm a casual. Yeah, their best program this year was women's basketball, and they went to like the Sweet 16 or something like that. Maybe it was Sweet 16. I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, it's a good conversation. We'll see what happens with it as the time comes up. But is that everything I have to say for that?
Yeah.
So let's move into around the league, NFL. There's actually a good amount of stuff that's been going on this past week. And we'll start off with the oldest news. I'm going to say Leonard Floyd signs with the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to put that in.
Good for their defense.
Yeah, it's just another star player that's coming to that defense that's going to make them win that division even more easy for them. But other than that, one of the biggest news is Brock Purdy may be playing week 1.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's going to come back this season, and there's a really good chance he plays week 1, which is insane because he had like Tommy John. That's like a year surgery. How is that even possible? Like how's that possible? Like it must have not been Tommy John because Tommy John, it takes you a year to recover.
Do you think Brock Purdy is built different?
Yes. Brock Purdy is built different. Heard it here first. I didn't get the call, but it's kind of funny because I just see all these fans like super excited, and then I just see the other half of the fans. R.I.P. Trey Lance. Trey Lance's worst nightmare. Trey Lance got the call that Brock Purdy got hurt. He's excited, and now he just sees this. But with Trey Lance, if Brock Purdy plays and he plays good first few weeks, please just trade Trey Lance. Like,
I mean, they'll have to.
Like he'll demand a trade, obviously, but like he needs to prove himself on another team that he can be a quarterback.
I mean, he's selected 3rd overall.
Yeah, he has to be a starter at least for at least a half a season. He was a starter for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yep. On top of that, their first game is going to be against the Steelers. Who do you think might even win that game?
I think the 49ers will win. Honestly, I do think the 49ers will win. They're like a super team of football. Like they have everything. I mean, their weakest point is quarterback, but these are 2 young quarterbacks that are good. Like they're still solid quarterbacks that fit the system very well. So I'm going to say 49ers.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
I don't know. We'll have to see as it gets closer.
But like I'm going from like my point of view now. Like it'll probably change. It could change. It probably won't change, but it could change in the future. Because I don't know what's going to happen.
Like, if I'm making bold assumptions, I would say, like, I'm leaning more towards 49ers winning, but I'm not afraid to say that they might lose game 1 and everybody's kind of like, oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll be like everybody's like, oh, whoa. Kenny Pickett maybe it improved this offseason and Brock Purdy digressed. That's a conversation I see happening.
Yeah.
Like week 1 loss for the 49ers.
Yeah, it could happen. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. That's still far away. That's the biggest news that's happening right now. Again, we did talk about this on Jays, but we're going to talk about it anyway. It's Isaiah Rodgers caught gambling, and he might be banned indefinitely or something.
Yeah,
I saw he could be banned.
I sent you that. I sent Michael a post. They're talking about banning him for life.
Why? He gambled. Like, come on. There's Deshaun Watson. We don't even have to go how far he went, but he gets a 6-week suspension originally and then goes into 12 weeks because the fans said no. How do you do that to a person? But when you say, I am betting this team's going to win for like some money, No, that is
Learn to use a
terrible.
bookie. Learn to use a bookie correctly.
They need him out
On
of
top
course.
of that, if you read the caption further, he was spending money, $25 to $50 on some of his bets.
Oh, that's like that's not even like a bunch of money. Like he's definitely questioned. Like he is being a serious bettor. He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this, so I'm just putting 20 in. Like he's not for sure something's gonna happen. You can tell because he would be betting a lot more. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. Roger Goodell, fire Roger Goodell.
If you want to hear more of our thoughts, head over to Jay's Fifth Down.
But in other news, Tua is quote unquote completely healthy
For the first week.
for the first week. Then he'll get hit once and throw up those gang signs again.
Oof. Yeah.
that was scary. That was really scary. Honestly, I personally think he probably should have retired. But if he's quote unquote completely healthy, I'm excited to see what he can do.
Mm-hmm. I don't really. I'm not a fan of the Tua hate. I'll be honest. I think he's actually like decent.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care for Tua. I think I wanted the Patriots to somehow get him, but it didn't happen, obviously. And I like Tua. I liked him. I liked watching him.
They got his understudy.
Okay, we're not going to get into another argument about Boston sports today. But fine, we'll just move on. The Chiefs did go to the White House for the Super Bowl visit, and Pat Mahomes blocked Travis Kelce from saying something into the mic. He said, "This is I've been waiting a long time for this," and then he just didn't get to say what he was waiting a long time for.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it was going to be anything funny. I think it was like, well, it would have been funny, but I don't think it was going to be anything bad. I think it was just going to be like just rambling about something.
And then Pat Mahomes just
Bro, Patrick Mahomes, dude, like, sorry not to like. I'm just kidding.
for this reason only, I do not like Patrick Mahomes.
And like, we're not getting political or anything, but I mean, I saw Biden talk, and like, I don't even know what he was talking about. He was talking about like some old football coach. Yeah, I was lost, bro. I was like, what is dude yapping about, man? Like, it was like, what? What are you talking? What? Y'all can check it out for yourselves. But oh man,
it happens. Good old Joe Biden. Good old Joe Biden. But we won't get any more political than that
ever.
Until we get super famous. Then you'll see a real view. No, I'm joking. But other than that, the last thing I want to talk about is that the Bills are getting super solid news this lately. They have Leonard Floyd. Damar Hamlin's doing good. He's going to play. And it's going to roll into our next segment. The Madden cover, Josh Allen.
Dude, I mean, this sucks because I had this in the script because I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I wrote it down before and I put in my top one, Josh Allen.
Well, whenever we talked about it, I was going to be like, I was going to start by saying it's most likely going to be Josh Allen because that's where all the rumors had been. And I even saw rumors that Damar Hamlin was going to win.
Yeah.
I was like, I looked at it and was like, I get it, but I don't think he deserves to be on a Madden cover because of it. John Madden being on the cover, yeah, his name's in the freaking game. He deserves to be on it, but much love to Damar Hamlin. I mean, overcoming that is just incredible, and I'm so happy for him. But really, on the cover, I don't see that happening. But as far as the Josh Allen on the Madden cover, dude, the Bills are never winning a Super Bowl. At this point, they were already cursed, and then you go ahead and put Josh Allen on the cover. Y'all are never winning a Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, but
I don't know if you saw this, but their betting odds went down.
Bro, Vegas knows.
I'm not kidding. Their betting odds went down to win the Super Bowl.
Vegas just knows. But that is funny. But my top three, it was gonna be my one was Josh Allen because he deserves it. In total honesty, I think he deserves it the most for the Madden cover because Pat Mahomes already was on it. My number two was Pat Mahomes because it's Pat Mahomes MVP. Blah blah. My number three was Damar Hamlin just because there's a lot of rumors about it. That was my top three with what I thought it was going to be. And obviously, Josh Allen was it. He's one of the most best players to watch. Like everyone likes watching Josh Allen. He's one of the, in my opinion, like, he's a rival, but I don't hate him. He's one of my favorite players to watch. He's a great player. He knows how to win unless it's the playoffs.
I was leaning more towards who I think should have won. I was going to say Jalen Hurts would be my top.
Yeah.
I was going to say Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow. I actually kind of was thinking a month ago it was going to be Joe Burrow. I think that he will be a cover in the future. I think
possibly
they can
next
make
year.
a really clean, cold like picture, like Joe Burr, man. Like
You can have the cigar, smoke, like you have something
Well,
with
not
a
in the
cigar.
cover.
I'm just thinking of a super clean
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, with the if he wins the Super Bowl, and say he wins the Super Bowl next year, and like with the rings, cigar, then even a national championship. That would be like I just want to have because the cigar. I'm stupid, but that would be so clean of a picture.
Oh, yeah.
like a graphic someone makes, and with the Super Bowl, national championship ring, trophies. If he wins an MVP, an MVP award, like that would be a sick ass graphic.
Oh, most definitely it would be, dude. All the trophies around him.
Yeah,
That'd be incredible.
but
yeah, hopefully I really do think he will be in the next 5 years on the Madden cover.
yeah, definitely. And I'm not like I get why Jalen Hurts will be it, but I'm not surprised that he wasn't on it because like they tend to go with people who's had a consistent, very good. Like well, Jalen Hurts just started, and it
Also, I'm not surprised it wasn't Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he was just on Madden 21
yeah, that's why it just
or
because
22.
he was like a that the only reason I thought he could be because he was on it with Tom Brady and maybe he'd get it by himself. Oh no, he was on it by himself before. I'm wrong because then he was on it
Madden
again.
19.
Yeah,
right?
he was on it before.
Or was it?
It was. I'm pretty sure it was Madden 19
Just keep talking.
or 18 because Lamar was on it.
It was either 19 or 18 because I remember an AB being on one.
yeah, that was 17, I think.
No,
No, 17 was
19.
Gronk.
Madden 19 was AB.
Yeah, and then was it
17 was Gronk. 18
Was
was
Brady.
Brady.
and then 20 was Mahomes. 21 was Mahomes.
Do you think? No, that was the one.
Yeah,
with
see?
both- Oh yeah.
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. He already was on one.
So yeah, I just totally forgot about that
Proves it
actually.
even more. Yeah.
So yeah, but it's Pat Mahomes. So Tom Brady's been on it twice. He'll probably be on it again.
In the future.
Yeah.
In the future, most definitely. But
But I mean, there's not really else much to talk about the Madden cover other than
Yeah.
that.
Maybe,
store segment. We're gonna talk a lot more,
I
but
know it just happened. What, like last night or this morning?
this morning,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I was like, come on,
of course.
come on. That
They
would've
saw
made
we were-
such a good clip, bro.
Our script somehow got leaked, and they just had to put it out first before we would have. Because I know we would have picked it. And our next part would be like, "We called it. We
Yeah.
called."
Yeah.
But anyways, let's just move on. The PGA and Live Golf are merging. There's no really much details about it. It's just that we know that they're merging. Which
Also, a lot of their staff is like getting fired or something.
yeah, it's kind of weird what's going on, but took me by surprise. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't surprised at this at all. You want to know why?
Why?
PGA is scared. Like they are
They definitely were scared.
Brooks Koepka just won the PGA Championship, and you're gonna sit here, like, I'm not saying you, but people are gonna sit here and say they weren't scared. Dude, I'm loving it because all the PGA diehard old heads that are 70 years old who watch PGA all day that were hating on Live Golf, I wonder what they're thinking now. Because the PGA, the president, obviously they're scared. They came in, president, he's talking, he's like, we're excited to have them on board. We've been talking about this for a long time. Da, 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 da. Man, all the shit that was put on Live Golf, and y'all bought them out.
Tiger Woods was a big anti-Live guy. So, I mean,
he never really spoke on it. He was just like him and Rory McIlroy. They didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
they refused.
They're
questions.
like PGA loyalists. They just didn't want to talk about it,
which I respect.
Yeah,
like they didn't really shit talk it. They just chose not to speak on it.
Yeah.
So I don't really mind it, but it sucks because I actually do like Live. I think that Live, honestly, I get it. The payout was big. I don't even know the numbers, but I'm sure it was tremendously big. I think they could have had something great going.
Who knows? Maybe Live bought PGA.
No, it's just merging.
It was three. It was three things. There was another one too. It wasn't as big, but there was another one.
I didn't see that.
When I was watching it with my dad, it was Live and PGA. There's a big one, and there's like one smaller one that also was a part of it.
Think of it like a Gario. It's just like PGA just ate.
He split, and like Live was like up here, but he was too far, but he was big enough to split and eat him.
That's pretty much what it is. But I will tell you, man, like the news is very new. There's not a lot on it.
There's barely anything on it.
We'll cover it more, but dude, Liv had something good going. I mean, you're talking about people would sit there and say, and I wasn't even one of them that would say that. People would be like, Live Golf is all for washed golfers. They proved that they were not anywhere near washed in the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but it was a first golf league to have teams.
And they like paid, like PGA, you have
They
to be
paid amateurs. Yeah, I mean, we had Patrick Grimes on that one time. He said, you don't even get paid for some of this stuff. You got contracts joining Live. That was huge for amateur golfers. That we talked about it on here a lot. Like what Liv was doing was big for amateur golfers. You're going from college golf where you mainly play in teams. You do play individual, but you play team sport in golf. You just transition that into Liv while also having individual like tournaments, and you're also making money. PGA doesn't do that, so PGA like needs to figure out something there because they had something good going, and who knows, they probably won't even do that.
Yeah. Well, and then they probably should, because who knows, there may be another, since Liv is gone, there might be someone else, like another league that could pop up and just do what they're doing. And they'll get the same exact traction because golfers want to be paid.
Yeah. I think what really scared them, other than the PGA Championship, is whenever they came out with those renderings to put another golf course near Augusta for their own sort of Masters. They definitely, imagine that being the same week too. Oh man,
No, they would definitely been like, they know what they would be doing. They would know what they'd be doing. But let's move on to the next segment. We'll talk more about it when more details comes out, of course. But around the league, MLB, not much has happened, but there's been one huge, sad, in my opinion, news. Jacob DeGrom out for the season with Tommy John. Did you watch his interview?
He was crying.
Yeah, like he was sad. It was like, because he's like, no one really hates DeGrom. He's such, like, a good guy. He's a great pitcher, but these past few years just dealing with injuries and just can't, like, he can't catch a break. It sucks because like, you can see how passionate he is about the sport and how big of a toll it's taking on his mental.
I mean, he's a Cy Young winner, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
like twice,
or if it's not twice, he was always in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know that much about the awards as far as MLB goes, but I know that he was. Well, I think that he was the best pitcher in the game
by far. Like
2 years ago,
it wasn't even argued. Like everyone knew Jacob DeGrom was the best.
Yeah,
and then there was obviously like Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander up there, but like healthy Jacob DeGrom, everyone's like, he's the best. He's the youngest. He's putting up the same numbers as these players. Yeah, he's a 2-time Cy Young. Like it just sucks. He won Rookie of the Year in 2014. He had ERAs of 1.2. It just 2.6 is rookie year, 2.6 ERA in 22 games. And his lowest year was a 1.7 ERA in 2018.
It's just sad because, I mean, if he doesn't bounce back from this, which not a lot of pitchers do bounce back from Tommy John.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
If he does, I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
I could see that. If he bounces back.
A lot of the best pitchers, like I looked this up the other day, a lot of the best pitchers, quote unquote, like the GOATs of pitching in the MLB all come from like way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You rarely see a guy like DeGrom nowadays.
I mean, you could say Verlander will be up there now.
Yeah, but Verlander's also old.
He is old, but he just won Cy Young.
I know, which is crazy. Yeah.
Jinx. I'm joking, Nick.
Honestly, that's the one thing I hate about watching How I Met Your Mother. It's just that stupid thing, dude. I hate it so much, bro.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's the Jinx, and you need to go watch How I Met Your Mother to find out what that means. But anyways, yeah, it could happen. I mean, there's obviously the stars like Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, but like Jacob DeGrom he's 35, I'm pretty sure now, which is going to be hard for him to come back. It just sucks to see. It really does.
Yeah, I think that this might be the last of DeGrom's greatness.
Yeah, it very well could be. But luckily for the Rangers, their pitching is still doing good. They have, as of right now, a top 3 candidate for Cy Young and Nathan Eovaldi.
Whereas the Red Sox are kind of struggling with pitching.
James Paxton's doing good for a pitcher. Finally, then fucking Chris Sale gets hurt again. Yep. 15
again.
It's literally like a same side situation. Obviously, DeGrom is better than Chris Sale.
Yeah.
But it's like that type of situation. It sucks.
Yeah, the Rangers. I'm looking up right now. I'm pretty sure they're second right now.
They're second or third best in the whole league.
Yeah, pretty impressive. I mean, at the same time, Diamondbacks are very, very impressive right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do love seeing that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have to say, I'm surprised with the Diamondbacks. I was having them as like a really bad team this year.
I know. And
We both were. I'm pretty sure we hated on them for like one of our segments.
Yeah, because they're really haven't been good. I mean, I think that most of the young guys on the Diamondbacks are carrying right now.
Mm-hmm. It's surprising, but it's fun. It's good to see.
Yeah, for sure.
They have a cool name.
Yeah, and the Cardinals, bro. I don't like. I don't know. I need to watch some more, kind of figure it out. But I mean, it's just like choking. I feel like every time I look at the score, like they're winning, and then I come back to look at it later and they lost by like 2 or 3. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just pay attention to the Rays. It's fine. But like literally, the Cardinals are freaking third last, bro, over the Royals and the Athletics. Like
that's sad. They were like contender thoughts this year before the year. Way too early. They were like in top 5, top 10.
No Molina, dude. That's the reason.
Bro, it could be. It could.
That and the pitch clock. Well, Wainwright's getting old, dude. Like,
yeah, that sucks. I blame that totally. I don't think he would have been this bad if the pitch clock wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean,
but we've talked about that a lot. I
Yeah.
personally don't like the pitch clock, but
yeah. Either way, I'm just paying attention to the Rays, man.
yeah. Not much to say there. But
For you.
yeah. But that's basically that's the biggest thing that's going on right now in MLB. I don't want to talk a lot about MLB because that's what we're gonna be talking about a lot the rest of the summer. So
Yep.
let's head into our next segment, which is gonna be like basically the last segment other than draft day.
And you changed my name that I had for the segment. I put it as Messi making moves, and then you changed it on your script to Messi.
I didn't mean to do that. I actually didn't mean to. I just wrote it down. Like I just looked at it, I wrote it into my segment. But
yeah, I did a little alliteration there. Messi making moves. I liked it,
Okay.
but whatever. It's fine. You can change my stuff.
Anyway, Messi is going to Inter Miami, and it's in the MLS. He turned down a $1.6 billion contract from the Saudis
Over 3 years.
over 3 years. Wow, you must be getting some good stuff. in MLS.
And you want to know the crazy part is, like, you know how Ronaldo's in the Saudi league now?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I want to look up his contract for you guys. Ronaldo's contract.
It's 2 years, like $1 billion. I'm pretty sure.
2.5-year deal, and will earn $315 million a season. So do the math there, guys. Close to $1 billion. I think it's like 945,000, or
That's
sorry,
insane.
945 mil. My fault. If my quick maths is right there, but yeah, no, it's insane. So close to $1 billion. Obviously, Messi's the GOAT, so he's gonna get paid a little bit more than Ronaldo. But that's the thing, though. I was gonna say this about Ronaldo. I don't know if you knew this, but the Saudi league. I mean, you're talking about bringing in these big name stars and paying them a lot of money. I mean, Saudi's rich. And the funny thing is you know how in Saudi Arabia, like how they make the women wear the hijabs and stuff like
burkas.
that. They're not making Ronaldo's wife do that. He's like above government in Saudi Arabia, and they most definitely would have done that for Messi as well. I think that when it comes to like Messi going to the MLS, I'm so stoked for that. Absolutely stoked.
It's great for the MLS.
I think that it still would have been awesome if he went to the Saudi league, though. Him versus Ronaldo
Again.
renewing that would have just been awesome. But, you know, that happens. I think that this is not only going to be great for the MLS in general, but for soccer in America, or in the North America. It's going to be incredible. And I don't know if you know this, some of the viewers know this, but Inter Miami is struggling this season a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're almost at the bottom of the table. They have like 5 wins and like 10 or 16 losses, something like that. Like, it's a crazy amount of losses right now. So Inter Miami is struggling. They're about to add the GOAT of soccer to their club. And I mean, this is going to be insane. And I most 100% want to go to a game. especially whenever he plays Orlando City. Wouldn't mind even getting an Inter Miami jersey with Messi on it. Like
That would be cool.
This is going to be awesome for, MLS and stuff. But I will tell you, those tickets are going to be insanely priced.
Yeah, they definitely will.
Which is great for MLS.
Yeah, it is great. And I saw stuff that was included in his deal is Apple and Adidas are going to share profits with Messi of whatever they are doing. Because I don't know what. I guess they're
like the jerseys are made by Adidas, and then they also are like the league in general is sponsored by Apple TV.
Okay, so that's what it is. And he's also going to have an option to purchase a percentage of any MLS team when his contract is up.
Sick.
So and he's always said he's wanted to go to America to play. So
he didn't let us down, man.
He didn't. And he kept his word.
He was offered all that money and still chose to play the greatest country
money's
in
not
America.
a problem for him.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too. Why make all that money when you're still going to get paid here and you already have been paid practically half your life?
You're set for life. Your kids are pretty much set for life. Might as well just go play and to bring it to the best country in the world.
Yeah, I know.
And play there.
I mean, let's talk about how much shit the MLS gets. Like, and rightfully so. They're behind European leagues by a lot, and
it's not the biggest sport in America.
Yeah, no,
it's hard.
And I think that if Messi, I don't think Messi is gonna make MLS like go above any of the leagues. I think that if we had Messi and Ronaldo and like a few other stars like Mbappe come over here and all that stuff, yes, I actually do think that we would have more viewers. I think that they could pass NHL. I'm just being honest. If all of them came over,
I just don't think that can happen because
it won't happen because number one, European leagues pay way more. Number two, MLS, like the competition is just not there. Why play for a league where you're just gonna crush everybody pretty much? But I mean, like we've had Zlatan come to America, play for LA Galaxy, and he kind of improved the MLS in his own way. But Messi is just a whole other beast. I mean, this is gonna make we're gonna see soccer more now that Messi's here.
Yeah.
And honestly, for me getting into soccer over December, I'm all for it. Like, I actually really enjoy soccer now, and I think that the way that transfers go and just a relegation. I think we should have relegation in America because I think it's a really cool concept. Just Champions League in general. I mean, we're talking. I don't think Messi's going to be able to do it, but who knows? I think that if we get Messi to really improve the MLS star-wise, we would see the MLS in the Champions League potentially one of these days.
We could.
That would just be incredible. But we're definitely not anywhere near that point yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which, speaking of that, the Champions League final is going to be this Saturday, so we'll try and report on that next episode that we come out with. Should be a fun one.
Yeah,
I plan on watching it with our buddy Marshall.
Hey.
Feel free to come if you want.
I probably won't. I actually hate soccer. I can't. That's where I speak on that. That's all I say. But let's just head into our last segment, which is draft day, and the first pick. Is me.
Bro, we need to start doing it on my phone.
All right, with the first pick of this All Things John's draft, I know with our All Things Nick and All Things Mike, the first pick usually went either me or Nick. But I'm sorry, John, that's not going to happen today for you. There's actually a lot of Johns, and I'm going to go with the Mr. You Can't See Me, John Cena.
Give me Johnny Sins. Wasn't expecting that one.
No.
He's bro, have you seen how many careers he's had? He deserves to be on here.
A legend. A legend. All right, I didn't even have him on my list, so I'm going to mark that out. Give me Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Give me John Wick.
Okay, solid. John Wick. Give me John Legend, because he's just a legend.
Give me Long John Silver's.
Yeah, I had oh, we're going into the other. Okay, I see. Long John Silver's. All right, give me a. Give me J. Jonah Jameson from the Spider-Man series. His name's John Jonah Jameson.
Okay. I was like, yeah, I got you. I'm following you with that. I just know you're gonna pick him. Give me Jon Snow.
Damn it, dude! I would have picked him already. I didn't think you would get him. Damn, you're an ass for that. You didn't even watch that show.
My fault.
God, that actually pissed me off. All right, give me. Damn, that pissed me off. Give me John Bon Jovi.
Oh dang, I forgot about him. All right, where's mine?
It's your fifth pick.
John Stamos.
Valid. All right, let me go through the teams real quick. Since we're halfway through this draft. Team Mike: John Cena, Johnny Depp, John Legend, J. Jonah Jameson, and John Bon Jovi. Team Nick: Johnny Sins, John Wick, Long John Silver's, Jon Snow, and John Stamos. With my next pick, give me Rambo, John Rambo.
Oh yeah. All right. Who do you Rambo?
Yeah,
Give me John Krasinski.
valid, very valid. I was thinking about
The Office legend.
All right, give me. Damn, you took him. Give me John Lennon.
Yeah. Give me the headshot master himself, John F. Kennedy.
Too soon. Okay, didn't even. I didn't have him on my list. That's actually kind of crazy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? Give me John Adams.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
we got presidential over here, bro. Call this the Oval Office podcast, bro. All right, give me a stepbrother legend, John C. Reilly.
W.
Talladega Nights legend as well.
All right, give me.
What pick are we on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my 9th. Give me John Marston from the Red Dead Redemption series.
All righty. All right. Give me Johnny Test. I love that show growing up, man. I did.
All right, Johnny Test. With my last pick, do I want to go Mr. McDougal or do I want to go Outer Banks here? All right. For John, I'm going to go John B.
Wow.
I'm joking. I'm going John McDougal.
All right.
The McDougie. Do the McDougie.
All right. I'm not even going to pick John B.
I knew you wouldn't. That's why.
Actually wasn't even thinking him, but that's actually a great pick. I'm not going to lie. I'm just not going to steal him from you. So give me John Travolta.
That's a good one.
Don't even know how he went this late. I can't believe I picked Johnny Test over him, but I did.
There was but before going to the teams, there's also John Denver, John Favreau, John McClane from Die Hard, Jonathan Byers from Stranger Things. There's still a lot of Johns. John, you have a good name, by the way. But let me go through the teams real quick. Team Mike: John Cena, Johnny Depp, John Legend, J. Jonah Jameson, John Bon Jovi, John Rambo, John Lennon, John Adams, John Marston, and John McDougal, or AKA the McDougie. Does it ever occur to you, like when you're like saying the same thing over again, it just you think you're doing it doesn't sound right?
Yeah, there's actually a word that they made for that where you say the same word over and over again. It doesn't sound like it's a real word.
It doesn't look right either. Like
yeah.
Anyways, Team Nick: Johnny Sins, John Wick, Long John Silver, Jon Snow, John Stamos, John Krasinski, John F. Kennedy. Damn, we really went presidential today.
Yes, sir.
John C. Reilly, Johnny Test, and John Travolta. Let us know down in the comments who you think won that draft. We're going to head into the post game for this one. Thank you guys so much for listening. We enjoy you guys tuning into all of our clips on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It means a lot. Make sure you use our code ATC on SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. We know Mr. Luke Combs is coming to town, so if you want to go see him, two concerts, ATC, $20 off those tickets.
Yes, sir.
Basically, gets rid of those fees, kind of.
And if you're in Florida, there's a great MLB team going on right now, the Tampa Bay Rays. You can always use our code. Well, I'm talking about the one that's first in the league right now. You can use our code, go to a Rays game. Who knows, man? Those seats are pretty comfy there at Tropicana. So,
yeah. Well, also, if you're tired going to those games, you can use our code against the call in all caps at www.w.gg for 10% off your next purchase.
Yeah, and if you're ever feeling really tired but you don't want to buy a W, you can always warm up in our cozy little Against the Call t-shirt and go to sleep in it, work out in it. It's versatile. You can do just about anything in that shirt. It could be your Eaton shirt. It could be your
anything shirt.
Podcast shirt, obviously. So go ahead and hit us up. We'd love for you to buy our merch. If you made it this far, you're a true fan, and we appreciate everything that you give to us and the feedback that you give us. We appreciate it so much. And that's gonna do it. Look forward to next Thursday, our next episode, and some future guests will be on. Those will be our special episodes. We're not even gonna call them special episodes anymore, because they just don't feel that special anymore because we've had a lot of guests on. So make sure you just tune into our interviews with our featured guests, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.